of all who have gone before us. Be faithful, be true, be loyal to the great cause of which you are a part.
Well, good morning, everybody. We are excited to be here for the unveiling of the Centennial Time Capsule. My name is Rick Anderson. I'm the University Librarian, and the BYU Sesquicentennial has asked President Reese and me to be here today to lead you through this unveiling.
Hey, we should get a feel for what it looked like at the time of this capsule. Should we get a feel for the flavor of the time?
Let's do it. And now here we are.
And here we are.
So thanks to the, thanks to the Centennial Committee who created this time capsule back in 1975, we have a list of everything that should be in here. Now, our Sesquicentennial Committee seems to really like scavenger hunts. And they thought that it'd be fun for us to do another one today for the time capsule unveiling. So they've given us a list of items to share with you. You ready?
Yeah, I am ready. And Rick, I will point out that I appreciate that you and I are both properly attired. We've adopted best practice for anyone in archival work, and we have our white gloves to protect the integrity of the contents of the box. Let's do it!
All right. All right, the first thing that we have is a $5 bill from 1975. This is what $5 would have bought in 1975. 2 theater tickets to either Paramount or Fox, 10 gallons of gas, 50 cents a gallon. Let's just pause and think about that for a second. Approximately 165 kilowatt hours of electricity, over 100 grapefruit or 20 loaves of bread, 4 pounds of beef rib steak, and 25 pounds of dog food. $5 went a long way in 1975, President.
My guess is $5 today you could buy a shoestring.
Maybe. If you can buy them individually.
And a hot dog in the student section at the football game.
That's about right.
That's about it for $5 today.
Well, let's see what we got next. We have the Centennial flag. This BYU flag was designed under the direction of President Dallin H. Oaks and was carried opposite Old Glory in all formal BYU convocations. Let's look at it.
We better look at that. Let's pull this out. Let's go. I feel it's in good shape, actually. I'm impressed. How many people does it take to pull out a flag?
And it's upside down.
And it's upside.
Only takes 2
There's
if you
a
want to do
joke
it
there
wrong.
about academics. There you go. Let's hear it for that flag. Look at that. That is amazing. Hang on, wait. I gotta take a look at that. Well, do we have a sesquicentennial flag design? Our committee better work on that. All right, good.
Let's see what's next. Okay, now we need to find a letter from a very special former employee named Muriel Folk. And I think it's right here.
Yep.
Let's see. Muriel was known as the BYU knitting lady. Anybody remember Muriel? All right.
Oh, let's go.
She could be seen at all the basketball games sitting right behind the president knitting. And she would actually follow the Cougars on the road. and attend their away games. And she did that away in July 2021. She did this for 36 years. President, you want to read that letter?
I feel honored to be able to read the letter from the knitting lady. Hi. That's the way she started that. Is that amazing? Hi. It's a funny feeling to be writing a letter knowing that if and when it is read 50 years from now, I shall be dead. I'm a convert to the church from Great Britain and have held this position of university head cashier for the last 21 years. Our student body at that time numbered only 5,400. Today we have over 25,000. Being a part of this growth has been the joy of my life. As you read this, it will be hard for you to imagine a very cold, wintry day in March with staff and students busily engaged in what will seem to you antiquated procedures. But I do trust that you will feel the deep love and appreciation that I have for BYU, and that you will enjoy this campus and all that goes with it as much as I have and do. May the Lord bless you as you work in his kingdom. Signed, Miss Muriel Folk, University Head Cashier.
That's amazing. All right, what's next? Looks like we need to find a letter written by Vance Campbell, who was a BYU student in 1975, and I think that's in this next folder.
You know, I was thinking that I might read this, but why don't we have Vance read it himself?
That's a great idea.
Vance is here with us today! Sorry, Vance, you don't have white gloves. You're not going to be able to read your own letter. Oh.
Here, I'll hold that.
Sorry, I need a second. Dear students, BYU is very exciting in 1976. With all of the furor and excitement of its centennial and the nation's bicentennial celebration, we students are finding plenty of things to do to occupy our spare time. We are proud of BYU and its 100-year history. Besides all of the fanfare and fury of the celebrations, BYU shines gloriously in academics. In our centennial year, we have made great strides and improvements in our academic program. This year, a new general education program was begun, a first for a university of its size. The old system of required classes has been eliminated for all freshmen entering winter semester and hereafter. It has been replaced by a system of evaluations. If a student is able to pass the evaluation, he or she is not required to take the class. This is an advantage for students who want to get through college faster. A learning center has been established and sample tests and other items are available. Included in the new general education program are several new classes which are taught by computers. Freshman English as well as math are now on the system. The computer contains lessons, homework assignments, and even gives tests. This frees the teacher, allowing them to give individual help where needed. The student is freed from the burden of preparing a daily lesson, and the student is free to work at their own rate. BYU is also doubling the size of the library this year. Although the construction has created some problems, students cheerfully walk around the mud, stand in long lines waiting to get through the narrow detour, smile at the most unbearable noise, and look forward to the day when the work is completed, building dedicated. The new J. Reuben Clark Law School is a welcome addition to the BYU campus. In its first year, it has already begun its own law review and is rated among the top law schools in the nation. The fine quality of lawyers which will graduate will be a blessing for all the world. The law school is something we can all be proud of. 1976 is a very eventful year at BYU. The celebration and events which are taking place merely add to the joy of our lives. The additions and improvements made on our campus are vastly bettering a great institution. I hope you enjoy BYU as much in 2026 as I am in 1976.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Vance. That was wonderful. Thank you.
So grateful to have Vance here to read his letter. I hope all of you students realize the hopes and aspirations that our alumni, our beloved alumni, have for this institution. Thank you, Vance, for being here with us.
All right. Next, it looks like there should be a tape recorder in here. Here it is. And it has a cassette tape. Oh, that's a different one. No, it is
Oh,
this.
that's it?
Yeah. I think we're going to need some help up here for the archaic technology. I love that it's a Bonneville brand cassette tape. It's fantastic. I think the eject, is that the eject button? There we go.
Let an old guy help you.
I turned the mic off.
Hello, I'm Tom Griffith, Director of Electronic Media Relations at BYU. Broadcasting is one of the key influences in our society today, and a widely used tool of broadcasting families and students is the Sony cassette recorder. With the help of my assistant Mel Rogers, a student in the BYU broadcasting program, we have recorded comments from a cross-section of people at the university in 1976. Our first selection is from Harvey Fletcher, who is the oldest living BYU graduate and inventor of stereophonic sound. He's now 92 years old, born in 1884.
I'm sure that the things that's going to happen, as I see them, are getting more acquainted with the other neighboring planets, and probably way out some of the stars, you'll find they'll have planets around them, like our own sun. And of course, I'm a little prejudiced because my son is working on that. He now talks about having sent a big telescope, larger, very much more powerful than the biggest one on Earth, and have it will go around the Earth, and it will stay going around the Earth when they get it once into orbit, as you know. Nothing needs to propel it, and they can control it from the ground. And he says it has the capacity to locate any planet on the near stars, and it will have the power to reach the end of the universe, as astronomers now place it.
Wow.
Now, I just have to take a second, Rick.
Please.
Like, if this is Harvey Fletcher, for those of you that don't remember, is an absolutely legendary figure on Brigham Young University's campus. I will tell you that there are many deans who wrestle over who owns Harvey Fletcher. He is a legend. He is the first dean of our College of Engineering here at BYU. He started so many departments on this campus. Even the stat department feels like we own Harvey Fletcher because he started the stat department, he started the math department, he started our College of Engineering. Just a legend. We love Harvey Fletcher, and most of you, a little secret that very few people know about Harvey Fletcher is that the placement and design of the Y on the mountain is Harvey Fletcher's brainchild. So we owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to Harvey Fletcher for his influence on this campus.
That was amazing. Okay, let's see. I think the next thing we're looking for is a tape measure. Can you find that, President?
There it is.
So here's the interesting thing. The student body in the mid-'70s were completely convinced that by 2025, we would have done away with the old imperial measurement system. That we were going to need explained to us how pounds and inches and feet and ounces worked. So let's see. So yeah, by this point, they thought that we were going to be on the metric system. We've got a card here. This is amazing. This tape measure was used by M. Ephraim Hatch of the Physical Plant Department. He's replacing it with a tape that is marked in meters and inches in preparation for the changeover to the metric system.
So what you're saying is that they thought by 2025 that we would actually have moved away from imperial to the metric system.
Yeah, they were so convinced, excuse me, that they left us a measuring tape just so that we'd have a sense of what life was like back in the 70s. So, President, when do you think we'll convert to the metric system?
Well, as my good friend George Washington once said, nobody knows.
All right, someday. Okay, so what else do we have? President, do you have any idea what this is?
I have no idea. It's a bag of some sort with, oh, it's a backpack, Rick.
A backpack? I've never heard of such a thing. What does the card say?
The card says, this, in quotes, backpack was commonly used by students to carry their books and supplies to and from school. It replaced the briefcase used by students up to the late 60s.
Boy,
You students, pay close attention to the backpack.
And what's interesting is it's a kind of do-it-yourself backpack where you have to tie the straps through a loop. Wow, it's amazing.
Complicated.
Yeah, those are the days. Okay.
What's next, Rick?
The next thing we have is Gifford Nielsen's football jersey that was worn during a BYU football game.
Rick, it turns out that I looked over our attendance today, and Giff Nielsen is with us today.
What?
For those of you that don't know Giff Nielsen, he was an All-American, and he's a legendary BYU quarterback. He played 6 years in the NFL for the Houston Oilers. That's a team that most of you won't have heard of any longer. And he is also an emeritus general authority for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Give it up for Giff Nielsen.
Wow, look at this. 50 years ago, I fit into this thing. Is that amazing? And I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking of the significance of the number 14. It is now retired at BYU. Ty Detmer wore it, and I wore this. Virgil Carter wore it. But I think this number is totally significant because I'm standing next to the 14th president of Brigham Young University.
Let's go.
And I don't think 50 years ago, well, maybe you were planning on this 50 years ago to being the 14th president of BYU.
4 years old, no sir.
Only 4. Can you believe that? So here it is. There it is. And it was, you know, I will say this. 50 years ago, I can remember sitting in Lavelle Edwards' office and thinking to ourselves, what can this football program become? What can this football program become? And now we're 6-0, and we're going to win this Saturday night.
Let's go.
Against our dear friends up in Salt Lake City.
That's beautiful.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Giff. Giff, I have a couple questions. Okay? You
Okay.
just wanted to stay for a couple questions?
Sure.
If you think about what BYU looks like today, just canvass the campus, is it what you imagined it would look like today 50 years ago?
No. No, but I will tell you, I grew up right here in Provo, Utah. I was one of the local athletes, and so came from Provo High School across the street. So I spent many hours down here on campus as a young kid riding our bikes around and thinking someday that we could come here to BYU. But to see what has happened with the growth of the university, the impact of the university, and the message that the university sends throughout the world is absolutely remarkable to me. So, President, as you talk about, the library didn't look like this, the administration building did, but we're now, has that been
We'll
announced?
take care of that. We'll take care of that.
That's been announced. We're going to have a new administration building. But this has always been a very special place. And it's not about all the buildings and everything. It's just about the place and the impact that this place has and the influence it has throughout the world. So it's different than a look back then, but it still has a powerful influence.
Beautiful gift. Thank you. Just tell me a little bit, as you think back on kind of the changes that had happened and where we are today versus where we were 50 years ago, what would you say is your biggest surprise? What's the thing that really stands out to you as the biggest surprise from then to now?
So I think the impact the university is making not only here, but once again throughout the world, because the university system that we have is having major impacts all over the world. And I just barely got back, Sister Nielsen and I just got back from leading the church in West Africa. And so if you look at what's happening in West Africa and the influence of BYU Pathway worldwide and the influence it's going to continue to have, it is just, once again, I come back and I keep using the word remarkable because I think when you come to school here, you don't realize the power of BYU and what's going to happen, what's going to continue to happen. It's not going away. It's only, let me just say this, the pedal's to the metal. And this thing is moving in a significant way. So I'm hoping I'm answering your questions, but I just think this is a very special place with a very special message that is a message to absolutely the entire world, not only here, but to the entire world. And it's just an honor to be a part of everything, and it's an honor to serve under your leadership.
Giff is one of the brilliant stars that has left this university. Let's give it up to Giff Nielsen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I got to do this. Go Cougs, let's go.
Cougs.
Don't stop now.
All right.
Yeah, I can keep that. That's mine.
Okay, noted. All right, and I think our last item is a gavel. Oh, yeah.
I forgot this. President is in charge of the weather.
Yeah, that would seem to be true. Well done. All right, this is a special one, President. Uh-oh. Oh.
We are going to get to the gavel.
President Dallin H. Oaks, who was recently ordained and set apart as the prophet and new president of the church, was given this gavel when he was president of BYU. I think there's a card with it. Or
I think
was.
there was. It's down in the outer reaches of the box now. Is that no? That's not it. Yeah, that's not it.
At some point
There was a card associated with this. Oh, look. Nope.
No. If there were a card, I'm sure it would
If there was
say,
a card, I'm sure. I have no idea what the card would say. I've never
probably just
seen
said,
it.
Go Cougs.
I'm pretty sure there is an inscription on it which requires you to have glasses at my age.
Presented by
Utah Technical College at Provo.
That's very cool.
That's lovely.
All right. Well done, President Oaks. Okay.
No card.
All right. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please scan this QR code.
That one. It's with the card.
There's the QR code. Scan this QR code to go to the BYU Sesquicentennial website for more information. Also, I have to put in a plug for the BYU 150 exhibit in the library. Our curators have put together an amazing exhibit on the first floor of the library, right down by Special Collections, and we'd love to have you visit. These items from this time capsule are going to be on display around campus. And we invite you also to submit ideas for the Sesquicentennial time capsule, which is going to be installed in April 2026. There's a form on the website where you can submit your ideas. It looks like there's actually one more thing to find. We're looking for a jar. Huh.
Rick, it's cinnamon bears.
Wow. Do you want to read? What does it say on the card?
It says, everyone loves cinnamon bears. I had never heard of them before I came to BYU. We eat them in the theaters, between classes, in classes, and while studying. We send them to little brothers and sisters and give them to friends. They are also good for Christmas stockings, Valentine's Day, and Easter baskets donated by Shelley Jeans, and they're freeze-dried for preparation purposes.
Oh, should we try one?
No thanks, Rick. I'm
All
not.
right. Well, I think there's actually one thing missing from the list. I was hoping that we would see 1970s Cosmo in this time capsule, and yet he's not. Wait.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look! There he is, 1970s Cosmo!
And he was in the library. That's the best part. Welcome,
Cosmo! Cosmo! Let's...
Cosmo, we've got some freeze-dried cinnamon bears. Would you like one? Yeah, I can't blame you. Well, that's okay. We actually have some fresh ones for everybody here.
Let's go get some cinnamon bears!
So if you'll go to one of the Sesquicentennial booths, one of the BYU 150 booths, there are going to be fresh chocolate-covered cinnamon bears for everybody.
Not freeze-dried.
Not freeze-dried, as well as stickers and other cool stuff. So thank you so much, President Reese. Thank you for being here with us to help open the time capsule. Go Cougars!